Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about how to link files properly into Teams. By the end of today you will know how to link a file in properly, how to link a folder in properly, and how to make your link look nice and concise and neat. I've trained over 100 people in person with a really high net promoter score for a Fortune 500 company, and here's some of the tips that we've found from training people and then seeing them use it, so hopefully this is going to be useful to you as well. We've got new videos coming out every Tuesday, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it so you get notified about every new video we produce. But for now, let's get into links into Teams. Okay, so let's get straight into it. I'm just going to show you a couple of different ways of linking things in and why you should use one versus the other, and then how to make it look a bit nicer, and some of the benefits and downsides of doing it each way. So let's take a look. You can see in this post here we've got a really nice looking file. It looks nice little box around it. If I click the file, it's gonna open it for us, and it's going to open the file directly in Teams and we can edit it and do all the good stuff we want. If I click the chat icon next to it, we're going to see all of the chat about that file next to the file, and if I start typing a message about that file, I can have a chat right next to the file window. See, really powerful, really useful. If I come back out of that file, see all of the chat that we put in whilst we're looking at the file is also replicated in the conversations window, so everyone can see exactly what's been going on with this file, jump back to it, go into it, edit it. If they went to the same file through the files window, so I went to the same file through the files window and went to the chat, then they'll see all of the same chat associated with that file. So whether you go through the Files tab and go to a file, or you go through the Conversations thread, you can see all of the chat associated with that file. So a really powerful way to keep everything together in context. And if you're new into a file and collaborating on that file, even if you've lost it in the chat history, because it's been not talked about for a while, you can still see all the chat associated with that file. So a really powerful way of doing it. So what we have seen when people have been wanting to link things in is that there is another way of getting a link in Teams, and then they've been using that link, but I'll show you some of the downsides about doing that, and then also why you might want to do it. So if we go into the Files tab, if we go to the same file, so this file 1, if I click those three dots and hit Get Link, then it'll get me a nice little link to go back into Teams. If I copy that, this is what we've seen some of our users doing, is then start typing a message saying, "Hi guys, here's the link to the file," and pasting it in there, and then you end up with a really massive link that looks a bit long and complicated. And if I hit that, then when I click through that link, that chat that I've just had about that file isn't associated with it. So that new post I've just put in, Teams doesn't know that there's a chat going on with this file. So if I reply to this thread, then this chat here, this thread, won't get saved with this message, because this is just a link. Teams doesn't know that this is a link. It knows that that's a link to the file. So when I view that file, it'll show me this thread, but it won't show me this one because it's only got that first thread, because we've linked it in properly. So how did we link that file in properly there? We use the paperclip icon. So if you click Attach, browse Teams and Channels, if your file's already in Teams, click into the folder you want the file and share a link. That's how to get that rich link that we had up here. If this is making sense to you, or you've had this problem in the past, then comment team below in the comments and let us know that it's been of use. So if we post a link via this method and get a big long URL, then Teams doesn't know any of the chat associated with that file because it's not linked in properly in Teams understanding. If we want to link it in like this, we need to use the paperclip icon down here, and that's where we'll browse the Teams files and link in a file so that it appears like this, and then Teams knows that all of the chat associated with that file is then linked to that file. Any chat associated to a link isn't linked in Teams, so that's why you want to put your files in properly. So what is the purpose of the link then from Teams? So you might want to link a file into a wiki, but the main use of it is if you've got something shared in an entire folder, you can't link a folder via the attach button down here. So if I try and browse Teams and channels and just do a folder, I can't click the folder to share a link, it just takes me to a file. So either you would add every single file in that folder into your chat window, or you might want to just link to the folder itself. So if you've only got a few files, I would say best practice is to link every single file. If you've got a lot of documents in a folder, or you want to share where something's saved so that people can go back to it without needing a chat window, you can use get link on the folder. So we just went onto the folder, click the three dots, get link, same thing, copy it, and then we can paste it into the window. So again, we still end up with a really big long URL for someone to click on, which looks a bit messy. So really, whenever we're posting a link, we want to shorten it to something a bit more user-friendly. So we can either post the link in, click somewhere on the link, and you see this little chain icon appears, purple, and we click the chain icon, and it says this is the address the link's going to go to, so it's going to go to a folder in this instance, and this is the text it's displaying. So we can just get rid of the text to display, we can put anything, so we can just say this folder, insert, and it changes, and you know it's a hyperlink because it's purple and it's got underlined. So we could then say all the files you need are in this folder, and then we post that, that's going to be a link back to the folder. So if we click then this link, it's going to take us directly to the folder in Teams, and we can see all of the files listed out underneath, which there's only one in this example. But then that's really how you want to be linking things into your chat. So if it's a file, you want to be going through the paperclip icon, browse Teams and channels and find the file that you want, or files, and do it multiple times if you've only got a few. If you've got a folder with lots of stuff in, or you're going to be keep putting new stuff into that folder, or people have just lost where something is and you need to direct them and say, look, everything's going to always be in this folder, just go here. Best practice is to share a link to that folder and shorten it via the method we've just shown you with the link icon in your format window, which is this little pop-up box here, and link. So you can either paste the link in first, or you can click the icon, do your text to display first, and then paste the address into this. It does exactly the same thing, and then it'll post your link into the bottom window. So guys, that's how to link files in properly in Teams and why you should be using each method. If you like this video, remember to click the like button and let us know you liked it. If you didn't like it, click the dislike button and let us know you didn't like it as well. Remember to subscribe and click the little bell icon to be notified about all of our new videos. We've got a new Teams tip video coming out every single Tuesday, so make sure you subscribe to keep up with the latest videos. And let us know, are you going to use these tips? Are you going to change the way you link files and folders into Teams? Let us know in the quiz above. And then finally, here at MeTime, we want to try and save you as much time as possible. That's why we're really investing in Teams training, because we think that's a great productivity gain. But we also think that meetings could be a lot better. We've got a wealth of tools to create new meetings now, and at MeTime we created a way to really make those meetings more productive. So if you want to find out more about that, be sure to go and visit metimeapps.com. Link in the comments below if you want to check more out about our iPhone app, and we'd really appreciate it if you would go and take a look. So thanks very much for paying attention, and we'll see you in the next video.